He gave them time to heal because the students couldn't deal. This week, an economics professor at Yale gave his students the option of not taking the midterm exam because some of them were all shook up about the election, even before the election had been called for Donald Trump. Students at another Ivy League college, Cornell, never heard of it, held a cry-in on the quad. University of Kansas. Wow, man. University of Kansas had therapy dogs for dogs to comfort the students. And according to the Wall Street Journal, students at the University of Michigan went to the Student Affairs office to play with coloring books and Play-Doh. All right. Terry.
Yeah.
Do you think this is just some kind of temporary thing? I have a feeling, like when I went to the debate at Hofstra, I saw a lot of kids for Trump. When I was at Berkeley,
I think so too.
When I was at Berkeley, there were no conservatives out walking around. That was 25 years ago, and now
do you think there were even none, or were they just were they
hiding? They were hiding.
That's exactly right.
But when I was at Hofstra for the debates, there were kids out there. Trump, and that's new.
We just said this. I think whether you like this or not, this is freeing. And freedom is always a scary thing, right? Because freedom is not guaranteed. But now you actually can be, you should be able to be on campus. And I mean, like that's one of the best places you should be able to do it. And think about how clamped down it's been.
Yeah,
and
stifling.
I mean,
suffocating.
So it is liberating. You're welcome, left wing. You're welcome. You're free now.
You know, it's interesting, Kat, because you get a lot of complaints from comedians who go to campuses who say they can no longer do the kind of material because it's stifling. They will disinvite speakers. So maybe this is it. This is where, you know, this is the end of that.
It should be, and especially if you oppose Trump. I wrote a piece about this, and it was called "Class is being canceled because Trump won is why Trump won."
Yeah. Right.
And that's just the truth. People are not thinking, oh, wow, these kids are so upset and they're missing class. Maybe I should have thought about what I did. They're thinking, that's why I did it.
Right.
Exactly right.
And it's not surprising. It's not surprising. If they can't see Trump's name in chalk without, like, freaking out, needing a safe space, I'm very not at all surprised that when they have to think of, oh, he's the actual president, how they'd have a hard time dealing with that. And even they're saying, you know, it's personal, I'm worried about my family, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. Okay, kindergartners, people in the first grade that live in broken homes, go to school every day, and they don't have their teachers giving them notes saying, okay, yeah, you're going through a tough time, so you don't need to learn to read an ad. That's not how the world works, and they've created this so much more than anybody's racist uncle or whatever it is that they're saying is causing this. So hopefully they'll realize it. It's really up to whether or not they can get it together.
Right on, yeah.
Tyrus? You came from a broken home.
Oh, yeah, broke as hell.
Because you sat on it and it broke.
That's a joke about how big you are.
Was it? Thanks, Mom. Oh, my God.
It was.
He's the largest unsafe space.
I went to college.
Yeah.
I went to school in Nebraska, so I had to walk in the snow uphill both ways.
And you're
stuff
grateful.
like that. I think it's not so much the kids, the college kids or whatever. I think and there was a great wrestling coach. His name was Arn Anderson of the Four Horsemen. Maybe you've heard of him. He had a great saying for what was wrong with colleges, especially elite colleges like Yale and the professors like that. I believe the word he was used was the of these people.
It's right there. It's a word.
It wasn't the students. It was the instructor.
Right, yeah.
I'm sad. I'm a liberal. I'm sad. We're not going to have class tomorrow because I can't have papers. You know what I would do if I was in class? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm sad too. Let's go. Like, students are going to give whatever you have.
There was a University of Rochester professor who canceled all of his student meetings because he, as the professor, couldn't bear to talk about it with his students.
Yeah.
Go to work.
Go to work. I got a last word to you.
How much time do I have?
Yeah, 40 seconds.
That's a very good question.
I wonder.
What?
Mom, you're 99 years old. You're beautiful. Think Ingrid Bergman. Every morning in my life when I was living, I woke up to breakfast. I came home to dinner. She mended. She patched my clothes. She was my nurse. She was a doctor. She kept the family together. She cooked. She cleaned. She had 5 family.
Yeah.
She put me to school. She never complained. And then I went to college and met feminists who told me that my mother was a failure.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, but
that's true.
God bless your mom. I love you and thank you and all your generations.
Hey, that's nice, man.
All right. I call that a grand slam. Final thoughts next. Well done.
That's one, man.